Oh, here we went then. Talk about using the blade until there's no more to use. The electrician is an issue and needs to get that sorted. He hasn't got back to me. A little bit up in the air with it all, a little bit stressed. We're bringing MBK Comps back. So these are the fish going up tonight in the auction group. There's 12 boxes arriving on the 6th. We've also got the new lad starting on the 17th of November. I haven't even really given that too much thought yet, so I better get onto that this week as well. Well, the new koi house roof is solid. Taking my weight anyway. Nearly there. 2 more boards on the end. And we are near enough watertight. Oh, here we went then. Just showing you what I'm up to now. So I'm running first fix electric. I'm not an electrician and I won't do any of the actual wiring upside, but running first fix, it is not hard. You just run the wires to where you want them to be, so the electrician can come and put the sockets, light switches in, whatever. It just saves him time, means we can get the cladding on and we can move a bit faster. I've done first fix quite a few times on the many projects I've done over the years. So yeah, it's just a pain really. It's just you're drilling through all those buttons, you're running the wires, you're putting the plug sockets roughly where you want them to be. You're trying to work that out, obviously, like you're thinking, oh, there's going to be a vat there, so I'll have a double socket there, or 2 double sockets, and one there. So that's roughly how I'm working it out of. We're going to have 4 individual systems in here, 3 black bats at the top, and then this one in here, so there's going to be 4 systems. So I'm going to give every single one 2 double sockets, and then there'll be a spare double socket, which is going to be on these, what's going to be shelves here. And that's for like an air pump or whatever, a radio maybe, just, you know, when you're in here potting around. I'm just trying to make sure there's enough sockets in the right places. I can only approximately put them where I believe I'm going to, you know, filters are going to be, which will be thereabouts anyway, be nice and close. Drilling these holes, hole right through, wire through, and then what you do, anyone who doesn't know, you pull the wire down to where you want the socket to be, you double it up like that, like it's a loop, it goes back up and back through, and the socket would potentially sit there if that's where it was going to be. So I've got most of that wire in now. Battery died, so I've just left it, but literally right the way around, apart from 2 more. And then you just need to pull them down to where the plug socket's going to go. And I started putting a little bit of cladding on, rushing ahead a little bit, to be honest. Don't need to be doing that at this point, but I wanted to see how it looked, and it's going to look really good when the cladding going up that way. Becky's called me in for my tea, not to go and eat my tea, to go and make tea for us. So this is my day off. It's Saturday. I've done a few little bits today, but really I was just having a bit of a day off today, and I haven't, to be honest. I never do, but so I'm just playing around a bit. I'm not doing nothing too intense. I'm going to go and watch a film and have something to eat and chill. Do the auction tomorrow and what I do on a Sunday. So yeah, but I do like to get these little jobs done. I like to give myself a little bit of a touch for the next day, for the next week. Just, it's one less thing, it's an extra hour or so that I haven't got to do next week when I'm really busy. So, but that cladding's going to look really good once it's fully up. This is going to be amazing, and yeah, it really is. It's going to be so usable, social, functional, warm, clean, make life so much easier. The A-code drain, jet wash everything down, be able to run Vacuum through the bats and just tip it on the floor and scrub this place proper clean. So guys, another day. It's Sunday today. Mikey's in my mum's, meaning that me and Becky just in the house chilling, so gonna get a little bit of work in. Pretty much got the day free until the auction tonight. Fantastic. We do a live auction every Sunday if you get interested. The brickies, yeah, we done this slab in 3 parts. We done that slab, and there was a little bit on the end which just comes outside here. A little bit down there, yeah. Whatever. There's a little bit of a slab covered in crap. Anyway, so he said it was sound, the slab wasn't bad. He said, but this corner was really low, and it was about 80 mil low. And all I can imagine is that the concrete has just ran away overnight as it's dried and sunk, because that side isn't, but that back corner was really low. So anyway, he made it up and he sorted it out, and he's done a good job. What I'm doing now is, because I don't want water puddle, a lot of water's puddling, so I'm just skimming in an extra bit. We're going to paint this floor anyway, so it's not going to matter, and the bats are going on top of it, so again, not going to matter. But I'm just bringing up the height with a little bit of a skim in this corner and getting it level. Absolute miserable day, but while he had the mixer out, I thought I'll lay the first step, which is going to be the base for then the actual step that's going to sit here, which when we level this bit up at the top. I've had like a little sinkhole there. It happens in the corners when it's not tight enough. Obviously the block's holding the wood in, But what I'll do is once it goes a little bit drier, as you see it's quite wet, that's why I've got a little bit of a sinkhole, I'll pack it out with a little bit more of a mix. Still wet, but a little bit drier, and get it right. It happens. I don't know why. I'm sure there's a better way of doing it. I'm sure if you screwed the wood in, it probably wouldn't happen, but it is what it is. It's just one of the things. It happens regularly, to be honest. That's done anyway. I want to tile this pond, but we haven't got the roof on. I want to paint these walls, but only some of the blocks dry. I'm not doing the roof today on my own because the metal sheet, ideally, you need someone to pass them up to you. I might carry on a bit more with the wires, get some more of the wires in. I might do the tiling, or let's see. Next job, I'm on the tiles. I know I'm doing this back to front. I know I'm doing, like, if you're a builder, you're probably watching this with your head in your hands going, what is he doing? Why is he doing it like this? But I'm just trying to do the jobs I can do with the materials I've got. We're limited on time. It's Sunday today. A week Thursday, our first 13 boxes of koi arrive. This needs to be ready. So there's jobs that I haven't got the materials for, jobs that I can't really get on with today. So I'm just trying to fill in the blanks and get it all done. I understand this is back to front, and no one needs to tell me that. As I said, I'm just trying to make the most of it and get the day done. Didn't really need to do tiles, but I just wanted it. I wanted it to look, there's another 140 quid, which is not nothing, but you know, it's not the end of the world either for it to look nice. So the tiles are going to go just around the front of this pond, and that's it. Everywhere else, because of the vats, is just going to be painted black with black masonry paint. I'm going straight onto the block, the same as what we did in the shop. They've been on for well over 12 months now, and only one fell off by the door, and that's because the door gets open and slammed constantly. They've been fine, so I'm sure these will be as well. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be quite damp in here. That might cause an issue, but if it does, it'll probably be a long way down the line. It's not going to happen straight away, so that's what I'm doing. I'm getting the tiles straight onto the wall. You know that I keep going on about being frugal, not wasting money, but look at this. Talk about using the blade until there's no more to use. Tuesday today, and it's absolutely manic. I've got 7 deliveries getting sent on 24-hour next day delivery, and 2 customers collected this morning. Got about an hour now to get the deliveries finished, packed up, which is tight. And then I need to go and do some building work, then I need to come back here, get some fish for the auction tonight. Absolutely manic. I do like to take a lot on, it is what it is, but ideally I want that koi house done by a week Thursday, so a week after you watch this video, and that means full in, watering, fishing for the Thursday when they arrive from Japan. That is going to be a bit of a push, to be honest. I get my car back tomorrow, meaning I can get the trailer back on, I can start getting materials again, which will help because that is slowing things up a bit. The electrician is an issue, I need to get that sorted. He hasn't got back to me. A little bit up in the air with it all, a little bit stressed. You might be able to tell me by my face. I'm sure it'll all come together, it always will, but as a plan B, I've started moving fish around and getting some other ponds cleared, so that if I have to use other ponds and not just the new koi house, then I can do. I don't want to be left on the last day going, oh my God, what am I going to do? So over a week before, getting ponds clear and ready and clean down, fresh for fish to come in if we need to. It is all coming together very, very slowly compared to how I wanted it in my head. Today, I had 2 people collecting fish, 7 deliveries of fish going out. I'm just chocker. Looking after the fish and doing the fish thing, it takes precedence, and it always does. The electrician hasn't got back to me as well about putting these wires in, which is driving me absolutely bonkers. Not his fault. I did sort of just leave it in limbo of like, you know, I'll be on you soon, and you know, left it a little bit like that, only because I didn't know on time. We got fish arriving next Thursday. Pressure's on, pressure is on. I'm not gonna lie about it. It's stressing me out. Hopefully by Friday we'll be fully watertight, the doors will be on, hopefully some of the cladding on, at least the cladding on this back wall for them for the first 3 vats to go in. Ideally the floor painted and the walls painted in that area there. That'll at least allow them vats to just be in place with wires sticking out of the wall. I can run extension leads for the short term, not the end of the world until I get the electrician in. Just means that I'm overloading on extension leads, which I really didn't want to do, because if they trip, you have a nightmare. Fingers crossed before then we'll have an electrician in, we get all that sorted, but worst case scenario, I'll figure it out and I'll get it to a point. I don't know if this is going to do anything whatsoever, but I'm hoping that it's going to help dry off this floor in the next hour or so I can get the paint down. Obviously if it's wet I'm not going to paint it, but the weather's nice and dry today, so the paint says it takes 2 to 3 hours to dry, so I'm thinking if I can get that half painted, then work on this half, it'll make life so much easier. And I've only done half the tiles as well because I ran out of time today, so I'm thinking if I can get that painted, get the tiles in, I might be able to do that before Friday, and speed up the process a little bit. So the next part of this Manic Tuesday, I've come to photograph some videos on fish for tonight to sell in our WhatsApp auction group. That would have already been, but we do have a WhatsApp auction group. We do live YouTube auctions. If you do want to join the WhatsApp auction group, drop us an email to myboyskoi@gmail.com with your full name and your mobile number. In that group, we've got a chat group where people can freely to talk, and you know, people talk about all kinds of stuff, not just koi. We've got an announcement group where we just tell you what's going on, show you new fish boards in Japan, the raffles maybe, or whatever else is going on. We've got an auction group where we do auctions, as it said, and we've also got MBK Comps, which is a new group. We're bringing MBK Comps back. Yes, we had our competition page, if you don't know, last year. To be honest, it was really good. It got a lot of interest and support, but I was just ran flat out. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do a live every week. I was really struggling. So now we're bringing it back in a bit of a different format. We're probably going to do one live a month, and it's going to be aimed really at luxury items, watches, electric bikes, holidays, stuff like that. Really nice things that everyone wants in life, not just koi keepers. So that is our auction group and our WhatsApp groups. If you want to join any of them or all of them, drop an email to myboyskoi@gmail.com, your full name, your mobile number, and we'll add you in. So these are the fish going up tonight in the auction group. They're all starting low start bids, guys. You know, nice fish, good quality Japanese koi, realistically affordable prices. Nothing out of this world in price wise. We're not starting them with silly money. They're cheap, they're good quality koi. And we do normally do 2 of these a week, and then in the auction group on WhatsApp, and then we also do one on YouTube as well. So the process is, I found some fish in the pond, put them into a bowl to do a video to show everyone, and then I'll individually photograph them into this bowl, and then they'll go back into the pond. That's simple. Also got a little delivery today. This has come from SKS, just a few extra bits. Most of our pipework comes from Evolution Aqua, but SKS is really handy for ordering small amounts of stuff. So I just got a few extra bits, 2-inch ball valves, 1.5-inch ball valves, sorry, 1.5-inch ball valve there, 1-inch ball valve there. These are reducers to turn the pressure into normal waste pipe, 2 to 1.5-inch, 2 to 1 reducers. So all little bits you need. These are pipe tank connectors. I was thinking about making some filters, so I thought to buy a load of them. Yeah, not exciting, but all definitely handy stuff, and we have got loads of stuff on the shelf as well. Right guys, so as usual, I haven't ended the video very well, but on a positive note, I have got my car back. This is my car again, so I'll be able to use a trailer, I'll be able to go and get more materials, and by hopefully Friday of this week, after this video, we'll have the roof on, we'll have the doors on, we'll have the tiles on, the wood painted, the brick painted, and whatever else we need to do. Everything other than the electrician. Fingers crossed between now and next Thursday I can get the electrician out and we can get it fully wired up. Worst case scenario, we're not. We're going to run it on temp lights. I've already rang the shop and asked them if they will wire up a 6-foot LED for me, so I can just plug it in on a normal plug. And we'll run it on extension leads for the short term. It's not perfect, it never is. You know, we're a small business that just make it work like we always do and always have done. The fish are going to arrive, they're going to have somewhere to go, it's going to be warm, it's going to be safe, they're going to go through a full quarantine, and I have also started emptying other ponds as well and moving fish around, so I've got extra ponds. So we'll figure it out. It's cool. I'm not panicking. You don't need to panic. Leave it with me. But we have got 12 boxes. It was 13, but I don't know. But I've had the shipping information come through, and there's 12 boxes arriving on the 6th, and then the rest arriving on the 20th, and then there'll be more before Christmas. So lots happening, lots and lots happening, lots of fish arriving, more building work to do, more materials to buy. Slightly a little bit more stress, I'm sure, but it's going to be good. I can't wait for it. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in next week's video, which will be the last video before the fish arrive on the Thursday. Fingers crossed we've got a koi house, and fingers crossed other stuff is moving forward by then. We've also got the new lad starting on the 17th of November, and I haven't even really given that too much thought yet, so I better get onto that this week as well.